Hi, this is Christina Adams, and this is the place where we talk about God, Christianity, and life. So, right now, I would like to talk about failure. Now, I'm not talking about failures as in like moral failures where you try to do something bad and you succeed. Those are a different kind of failures. But I'm talking about the kind of failures where you are trying to do something good and you don't succeed, and you try to do something good again and you don't succeed, and you try to do something good again and you don't feel like you're living up to the expectation that you had for yourself in that particular task. So these types of failures. And failure in that sense is something that I actually really like for several reasons. But one of them is because doing something that's good and not necessarily succeeding at it, it actually doesn't automatically mean that it's a failure itself. Because when you are first trying something new and you haven't done it before, then yeah, why would you expect to be 100% awesome at it the first time? And that's part of the problem, is that we've gotten so used to actually being adept and adequate in our own like physical abilities to be able to do things, or our own emotional or relational abilities to be able to navigate certain areas, that we don't realize that we still have things that we haven't really tried hardly at all, or we still have things that we can grow in and do better. And in this sense, failure is actually really good because it gives you the opportunity to decide for yourself that the task that you're trying, even though you're not doing well at it, is one that is worth pursuing. And by failing at it and keep doing it and failing at it and keep doing it, every time you turn around and you do it again, that is a reinforcement of the desired good behavior that you want. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the next time you try it, the fourth time, that that's the time that works either. But the more times that you decide that you do want to do it again, the more times that your own character is being built and shaped by that value. And what you value is what you end up working toward and getting better at, which is great. So there is another reason, and that is it's sort of connected to the first, and it's that when you fail and you try again, you fail and you try again, that creates perseverance in general. And perseverance is, as we know, it is a very godly trait, and it's one that we should all desire. But what we don't realize often is that perseverance assumes that we have to keep striving for things, or at least not striving in the sense of striving for our salvation, but striving in the sense that there is effort that we need to put in, and it's a continued effort. And having that practice of, or the habit of continually putting in effort for good godly things is a really great trait to have. Then the last thing is that it produces patience in us, and an understanding as well, because when we know how hard it is for us to be able to do something, it's so much easier for us to be patient and understanding of others, which is also a really good trait to have. So yeah, I mean, when you know that it's really hard for you to do something and you see someone else who's having a really hard time with it, then you can come along beside them and say, yeah, this was really hard for me too. And these are some of the things that I learned that either do work for me or don't work for me. And these are just ways that we can make things easier, or at the very least, the very fact that you understand it means something to others. So what have you been working on? What are some good things that you've been trying to do but haven't necessarily been doing good at? Or what have been your own experiences with these types of failures? Give me a comment and let me know.